All right, so just got official, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today for the YouTube SEO, search engine optimization marketing class on how to rank #1 on Google search. I'm really excited to be here. My name is Joe Brickman. You guys probably know who I am, right? You've been following me online. The only real way that you can have gotten access to this class in terms of this live delivery right here is on my Facebook and on my email list. So we got to be connected somehow for you to have gotten this link. This is a class that is usually reserved for our one-on-one clients. However, given the fact that we have a lot of massive growth going on in our organization, I figured that let's try to broaden this up a little bit and make some more room. I'm a very big believer of building a bigger table, not a higher fence when things get good. So here we are to do that. On the bottom, you will see a chat button if you want to go ahead and just drop your city and state and where you're from. It would be awesome. You might have a neighbor, you might have a friend, you might have somebody that you know that you can connect with. A very big thing that I'm really big on when it comes to business is building referral partnerships and relationships. And a great way to be able to do that is knowing where people are. So we have Sarasota, we have Naples, we have Jamie from Michigan, we have Anna Marie from Greenville and Spartanburg. It's South Carolina, ladies and gentlemen. It's not North Carolina. Is South Carolina. We have Hannah, who's actually an agent on our team. She covers Aventura, Hollywood, and beyond. Matt's in Colorado Springs. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I was just there not too long ago at the Elevate conference.
Cool.
Do I sound like I'm sick? Crap. I was really trying to hide it. I am a little bit under the weather. I've been traveling the last 10 days. I have a really, really cute nephew. And for those of you guys who aren't aware, now is the time to just stay away from kids as they go to school and then they come back and then they go to school and they're kind of like it's just one big germ festival. So I'm not really that conditioned to hang around younger kids, so I'm kind of just coming through that. The Florida heat is definitely helping, but the Florida sun is kind of gone. So it's just been a little bit of a hustle to get back to it, but that's not stopping us. I never really like to cancel classes or anything. So here we are. I'm gonna push through it. And wow, I really somebody earlier told me that I sound fine. I guess they were just trying to make me feel good. Um, but that being said, this is not my normal voice. I am usually a little bit more pleasant to listen to. But that being said, I do just want to really leverage what we have and take advantage of everything that's going. So that being said, we're gonna hop right in here. Here's a couple more people popping in. Nathan Kaplan and Barbara's coming on in. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and flip into presentation mode. At any point throughout this presentation, if you guys have any questions, feel free to go ahead and drop it in the chat. I will make it a point to stop and answer questions as we can. So Christopher Wallace in Dallas, Texas, and Detroit. I appreciate you listening to me, Anna Marie, even though I'm a little bit under the weather. Yeah, we're going to jump right into this. So, ladies and gentlemen, this class is titled 3 Ways to Beat Your Competition on Social Media for Less than $100 a Month. And the reason for that is because inside this class, what I break down usually is I break down 3 different strategies of what you can use in order to run ads. We're not going to cover the ads today, so do not worry, okay? We're not going to jump into any of this stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to do a lot of basic stuff. We're going to run for about 25, 30 minutes in terms of presentation, and then we're going to stop and we're going to implement all of this together. I'm going to show you guys some cool things that I've done. I'm going to show you guys some lists that I have, and then you'll be able to implement this as well. So we're going to start off this class with a rapid fire question. When was the last time that you actually watched a YouTube video? And when was the last time that you posted a YouTube video? For me, I watched a YouTube video this morning. Every morning I listen to a book. It's called The Strangest Secret in the World by Earl Nightingale. It's a phenomenal book. And it really shows how whatever you think you can actually achieve. I'm a very big believer of that. For those of you guys who've been connected with me for more than a year or two, have seen kind of the climbing of the stairs, right? I don't like the climbing the hills because climbing a mountain means that if you stop, you're automatically going to start sliding backwards. Climbing stairs means that by definition, you are going to take time to take a break because the way that stairs are built, right, is that you usually have 1 or 2 staircases, and in between each staircase, you have a little platform. That platform gives you an opportunity to take a rest, right? So even though you might be climbing a bunch of stairs, you can always take a minute to take a deep breath, to catch your breath, and then to continue pacing yourself. So that's really strong concept that I got from that book. I love it. So Brian, wow, dude, Brian, you're a rock star. Brian's like, watched the video today, posted a video today. Anna Marie, the same thing. That's awesome. Guys, come on, let's get some more engagement in here. Y'all gotta let me know what we have going. I want to know who I'm talking to, right? So that being said, right, you see, if I went and I said, when was the last time that you posted or you watched a TikTok? The answer would have been an hour ago for some people, right? And that's just because of the way that content is delivered in today's day and age. So what we're going to be able to expect today is we're going to be together for about an hour. There's going to be a Q&A at the end, a little bit of a longer Q&A just because it's been a minute since I've done one of these classes. We are going to learn how to make your YouTube videos rank high. We're going to touch a little bit on Facebook EdgeRank. The Facebook end of it, I also have a lot of ads, material and stuff. I don't want to overwhelm you. It's a little bit of an entry class. And then we are also, if we have time, I'm going to jump into a new system that I've been working on which will help you retarget your database, kind of the same way that Fortune 500 companies are tagging you, right? The last time you've been on a website, last time you went to go look at clothing or, whatever it is online, how you always end up getting hit back with those ads, right? It's called retargeting. It's something that we do on a very, very high level here on our team in order to be able to really maximize the money that we're spending on our ads. But again, it's a little bit, intense. There's a lot of information on it. And I really don't want to overwhelm you. But I will overwhelm you over here with these crazy YouTube stats, just so like that you can understand why it's so important to have videos on YouTube, why it's so important to rank high, why it's so important to get that type of exposure. So there are 300 hours of content that's uploaded to YouTube every minute. Okay, it's 300 hours of content that is uploaded to YouTube every single minute, ever since YouTube, Google, Facebook, everybody sort of merged and started competing with each other and all those big conglomerates started growing. There are 5 billion videos that are watched every single day on YouTube on an average month, okay? The average person, 8 out of 10 people ages 18 to 49 have been watching YouTube videos, which basically means that literally almost everybody that's out there is either familiar with YouTube or has been watching or getting educational content from YouTube. Me personally, I like to think that I have a master's in YouTube University, right? I don't have a high school diploma. I don't have any sort of real education or anything like that, but I do spend a lot of time on YouTube, and I have spent a lot of time on YouTube really learning a lot. Even the first, tax deductions and stuff that I've done, I really learned that stuff from YouTube, right? Just because it's all out there, right? I even secretly, no one really ever taught me how to change oil in a car, but I learned how to do that on YouTube because it's all out there, right? So if we're sitting over here looking at this, you look that there's over 10,000 videos that are on YouTube that have generated over 1 billion views. Now, we know the stats, right? There's 8 billion people in the world, okay? We know that Facebook has 50% of the world's population equal to accounts. Facebook has over 4 billion accounts on their platform. So if you're telling me that there's over 10,000 videos that have gone over 1 billion views, that means that the average person, right, if we break it down in statistics, the average person has watched at least 7 videos that have been viral to a point where literally half the world's population have seen it. Which this tells me as a marketer, as somebody who's trying to get exposure, as someone who's trying to get out there, right, that if I'm going to get onto this platform, there's a very big chance that I'm going to be able to be seen. Not seen in a way where you feel uncomfortable, seen in a way where you get exposure, seen in a way where you're able to convert and take advantage of everything that's out there. So this is going to be an action-based class. A lot of what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you exactly how to go about uploading videos. I'm not here to tell you why it's so amazing. I'm not here to sell you a program on YouTube videos. I'm really here just to show you exactly how to go about doing this. So feel free to write down notes, feel free to ask questions, and feel free, to really just kind of break it all down. You guys can go to youtube.com/the modern day agent, and you can see on my YouTube channel, I have over 400 YouTube videos that are there. And I have less than 1,000 subscribers. I literally don't even have such a crazy channel. But believe it or not, last year we had 3 transactions that came through from our YouTube channel. Because on YouTube, what a lot of people are looking for is they're looking for educational content. People don't want to know how awesome you are. They can see that everywhere else, people want to learn new things. And the best way that you can do that is by making sure that whatever content you're uploading is going to be very clear and very concise. There are 3 very big things that are important when it comes to ranking number 1 on Google. Remember, the topic of this class is how to rank #1 in Google search, not how to rank #1 on YouTube. So if you're sitting here and you're like, Joe, why are you talking about YouTube if we're supposed to learn how to rank on Google search? So let me explain it to you, right? On Google, the #1 thing here, let me just get out of this real quick and make sure I don't lose my space. On Google, right? If I'm going to Google myself, my business got flagged because we changed our address because we moved suite numbers. So I'm in the process of dealing all of that, right? But you see, if I was going to go on Google and I was going to Google myself, and right now my business is flagged, guess what happens? I have zero exposure on Google because my business right now is suspended. But if you look over here, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God, I'm literally everywhere. Like just completely destroying this page. Wow, someone was looking at my ex. That's kind of cool. Let's go to 4. Let's go to page 4, right? Page 4, there's nothing here. Let's go to page 2. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's 2 years ago. Talk about outdated news. But as we scroll through here, you literally get to see how the first 2 pages of Google searches by using Joe the Modern Day Agent come right up, right? And now if we're going to look over here as well, and we're going to go to videos, you're going to see there's tons of videos here that all come right up. Now let's do something else. Let's just Google my name. Again, the same thing with my business, but we completely cover the whole first page. Now, why are we talking about YouTube and why are we talking about videos? Because look, there's 3 listings over here that come up with my name, and then what comes up right afterwards? Videos, right? Because every single platform that we are on today, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, TikTok itself is an entire platform that's built on videos, right? So in today's day and age, the #1 most important thing is videos, is putting yourself out there in video content, right? You have Levy here with us. Levy, you're like a jack of a lot of trades and you're really, really good at what you do, right? If you were to start taking, short videos about things you're doing and showing people how you do things, right? And then putting your name on it and then putting it up there, many people want to know what you do. Many people want to know how to do it, right? Because you're not in real estate, but at the same time, you have a lot of very creative things that you've been able to do to lift off the ground. So people want to be able to see that. Now, if you're on videos, right, then you're automatically going to be all the way up on top. You're automatically going to be right up over here, which is why it's so important. You see over here, this is why the first most important thing inside of a caption, inside of actually titling something, currently is my name. Because when people Google my name, they're able to see me right away, right? They're able to see me, who I am. We do a lot of cold calls here in our office. On an average week, we are putting out about between 5,000 and 7,000 cold calls every single week, right? That's a very, very large scale of output. So if I'm reaching out to an average between 300 and 500 people every day using a dialer system, how many people do you think actually end up getting voicemails? A lot of them. Because a lot of when we call, we're calling between the hours of 8 and 11 a.m. So if we're calling between the hours of 8 and 11 a.m., most people are working already from 9 o'clock in the morning if they're running on the 40/40, right? So if they're running on the 40/40, that's working for 40 hours a week for 40 years of their life, right? And running themselves into the ground. If they're working the 40/40, then from 9 to 5, they're not available. So if you're anything like me and somebody calls you and you don't recognize the number, what's the first thing you do? You copy the number and you plug it into Google. So what I did over here was I typed in my phone number and I wanted to see what happens. So now because my business account is suspended, my Google Maps isn't going to come up. But what is going to come up? Me. Because everything that I have set up always backlinks. I even have this really cute video, which we kind of discussed, in the 90K 90 Days Challenge, which I posted on November 9th of 2020. Most people don't know this, but I got actually licensed in real estate on election day on last election day. I kind of told myself that no matter who's going to win, I'm going to win. And that was the approach that I took, to my business. So on November 9th, just 5 days later, what I did was I uploaded this video. And this video basically said, we're going to jump into that script in a little bit. But this video makes it very easy that anybody who Googles me is able to see exactly who I am, what I did, and can also understand the nature and the purpose of this call. So let's break down this. Let's get rid of newsfeed eradicator. Let's later. But all right, let's wait for this to finish. There you go. So we'll play this video in a minute, but a couple of things that I wanted to break down, right? First and foremost, let's go back here to the slide real quick, right? The first thing is the title, the description, and the tags. And I'm not one of those people who's going to make you wait all the way until the end to really get everything, from this class. In about 5 minutes, if you really want to log off, you can, because I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, right? And what you're going to do, essentially, when it comes to ranking number 1 on Google, is you want to be able to, number 1, have a very, very tight caption, which is very clear and concise and tells people exactly who you are. So for me, it's my phone number right over here. And who am I? Right? Who is this phone number? 929-842-3080 is Joe Brickman. That's me, right? I'm a Florida licensed real estate agent. Now, obviously, there's a lot more titles, there's a lot more bells and whistles, a lot more things that I can add to it. But the reason why I never change this is because to me, it's very important that I make it clear and concise and simple, right? These are the 2 of the 3 most important things. The second thing that's extremely important to talk about is the tags. What are tags? How does a tag work? So for any of you guys who have, and we'll jump into this in a second. Let me just make sure that I'm not jumping into this already, right? So one of the big things that's important when it comes to titles, number 1, okay, is it's best to stay under 70 total characters. Characters are letters, dots, emojis, whatever it is, right? Best to stay under 70 characters. And you also want to focus on one keyword phrase. You want to have one specific phrase that's there. For me, it's real estate agent. I love people associating me as a real estate agent. It's not important that I do mortgages or property management or have a team or run a luxury division. None of that stuff's important. What's important is what is going to bring me business. What's going to bring me business is people knowing that I'm in real estate. So by keeping a phrase that's exactly 70 characters, right, and really keeping it simple, what it does is it allows me to just get very straightforward and to the point. Right over here, I added in a great YouTube title is Miami, Florida, first-time homebuyer grant offers up to $6,000 for free, or 10 creative ways to save for a down payment to buy a home in 2022, right, or 2023, or 2024. Guys, what I'm showing you over here is nothing new. What I'm showing you over here is something that I've been working literally for the last 2 years since I've been in business, right? And I'm not coming here to tell you, hey, this is something that's earth-shattering or brand new or game-changing. It is game-changing, but it is earth-shattering, but it's not brand new. It's something that I've literally been working for the last 2 years that's helped me get here, helped me get to this point, right? Now, when it comes to the description, okay, descriptions are important because people these days, they watch videos with their eyes, not with their ears. What do I mean by that? I'm sure that you've noticed that every single big influencer that you follow has captions on their videos. Because a lot of times, the way that videos are played right now, they're played in autoplay, which means someone could be on a phone call with you literally, and at the same time they're doing that because of the addiction they have in their brain, they're scrolling on TikTok. Someone can be on the toilet, and they don't want anybody to know that they're watching videos on the toilet because it would annoy the people that they're hiding from. So instead, they're just listening or watching videos, or they can be next to their spouse late at night. And they don't want to disturb anybody. They don't want to put an earpiece in, so they just watch videos and they're reading the captions, so they know exactly what's going on, right? So in a description, there is absolutely no limit to how much you can actually fill in. It's totally okay to write as much as you'd like. But again, it's very important to add in your keyword phrase and a little thing that I do in order to get people into that doom scrolling where people just, get addicted to your content and want to just scroll through as many as they can, is putting a link to another video. Want to find out more information about Joe Brickman? Here's a link to Joe Brickman and the rest of his videos. Here's a link to the profile. Here's a link to what we do. Now, I didn't go into the slideshow mode over here because I wanted to show you guys the tags that we're using. Feel free to screenshot, feel free to copy, feel free to paste. These tags of what we're using over here, there is a list. You can see over here, this is the 90K 90 days straight out of that, right? We have different tags for different things. So websites is something we're not going to cover today, but there's something called backlinking. It's a way for you to be able to use certain words in order to be able to get into the search engine when people are searching for certain things. What we're going to focus on over here is we're going to focus on YouTube tags. The YouTube tags, you usually want to keep them to 15 tags or less. And the reason you want to keep them to 15 tags or less is because that's the most amount of tags that YouTube will actually allow you to upload. YouTube will allow you to upload 15 tags. So for me, it's Real Estate Miami. It's Miami Real Estate. It's houses in Miami. It's Miami Realtor. First-time home buyer. My phone number. My office phone number. Miami real estate agent, 33154, which is the most expensive zip code currently in Miami-Dade County. And then a Hollywood real estate agent, because we do have a bunch of business going on in Hollywood, right? And then again, these are like the search tags, and these are copy paste, which we'll jump into at a later date. But these tags that I'm using over here, this is how YouTube knows exactly what the video is about. So if I'm telling YouTube that this video is about real estate, then when someone is going to go and Google search real estate, what's going to come up? My video. Because I'm literally telling the search engine, hi, this is me, and this is what I do. This is who you should show my videos to. Now, using unique tags to link your videos together is very, very important. Every single one of my videos have the same tags, copy paste. Because now what I've done is I've built, you guys know when you listen to the radio, you have a station identification, right? They stop for a minute and they just make sure that everybody knows that you're listening to this station, and these are their sponsors, and these are the people, and this is what they do. It's the same exact thing. The tags that you're using on YouTube is your station identifier, essentially. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that YouTube knows exactly who you are, exactly what you're doing, because then they'll put you in front of the right people. Now, I kind of preempted this over here by sitting and saying, what do you do when you get a call from a number that you don't recognize, right? I Google those phone numbers because I want to know who I'm talking to. If it's a phone number and I get some Chinese lettering back afterwards, like I'm not going to call that back because it's either it used to be a debt collector. Now it's just robocallers. So like I don't really want to deal with any of that, right? So this is a little bit of the action part of what we're going to do over here. I'd like to take a minute. I'd like for each one of you to stop what we're doing, open a new browser page, and Google your phone number. Let's go ahead and Google your phone number and see where it's at, right? So, well, we're jumping ahead over here a little bit. Let's Google Hannah, right? Hannah, agent on our team. So there's multiple Hannah Levy's, right? So let's use a surname and see if this comes up. Still doesn't come up at all. Oh, okay. A Facebook link came up here. That's kind of, oh, look at that promotion, ladies and gentlemen. $3.9 million listing out here, right? So her name came up, but her name came up and it was right, guys, in the chat, do me a favor and let me know what number listing on Google you came up on, because I want to track this. I want to show you guys exactly how to do this. We're going to get off of this class. We're going to record this video. We're going to implement it. And I'm looking forward to seeing how much it's going to really change what you do. So Anna Marie is pages and pages just from your name. Guys, that's what being in real estate for almost, more than 2 decades at this point will do, right? It will give you automatic exposure. This is amazing. Now, there's a lot of people who don't have that type of experience. Anna Marie, that's actually kind of really cool. I'm a little bit jealous because I only have the first 2 pages. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. Your name is, well, that's true as well. Everything about you is unique. Let's be real. So we have that. And then, Alon, what about you? Did you Google yourself?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
What phone number?
Oh, phone number's up there. Awesome.
Yeah, it's up there. It pulls up a bunch of listings and my Google page.
I love that. Brian Cardenas. Let's see where you're at. I misspelled that. Brian, we have some work over here. Brian's competing with Morgan Stanley, but he is right here. Is that you? I think that's Brian. That is you, 100%. All right, that's what's up. So what we're going to do right now is I'm basically just going to give you the format, exactly what to do. So like that, when it comes time for you to record this video, you're going to be able to really rank yourself #1 on Google, okay? So go ahead and screenshot this slide right over here, because you know what, actually, the more I'm sitting here and the more I'm thinking about this, the more I think we should just do this right now. We should all implement this, because let's be real. Once you guys get off this class, what's the reality that you're actually going to make the time to record this and you're going to have all the social pressure to record the video? Probably like a 3 out of 10, if we're being completely fair. So with your permission, I'd like to stop this class for 1 second, and I would like to just give you the YouTube script. Let me go find it real quick. I'm gonna get you the YouTube script, and I'm gonna post it right over here. If there's one thing that you'll get from here and you'll walk away with this video, I'll be happy. YouTube script. Boom. Here's my little chat bar. Trying to make it generic without me. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, inside of the chat, if you go and open the chat, I just put a script in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a minute and we're going to record this video. Now, some of you guys are going to be like, oh my God, Joe, why? We're going to record a video. I've never recorded a video before, ever. Let me show you how to record a video. It's literally this simple. You grab your phone. You know, if you have one of the new phones, you got this cool little button you can push, and it'll open up your camera. You'll have your video in front of you. Okay. You're going to go ahead and you're going to do this. Hey, did you just Google 929-842-3080? That's me, Joe Brickman, a licensed real estate agent right here in sunny Miami. Since you're Googling my number, maybe that means I called you. I could have reached out to you about one of the many homes that we have listed for sale, or in regards to an inquiry that you had about one of the many first-time homebuyer programs that we have here in Miami. Anyways, give me a call back when you have a moment at 929-842-3080, or at least you'll know it's me next time I give you a call. Make it a great day. That's the whole script. Now, I didn't read it because I've recorded this video many times and I've done this class quite a few times, but it's that simple. Okay. So, like, I think what we should do here right now, for those of y'all who are in front of a computer, we should stop for like a minute and we should actually record this, because there's a little bit of social pressure to record this video. And at the same time, at least you'll walk away with something that's like super tangible. I think that's kind of awesome. What do y'all think? We on the same page here? Everyone's like, Joe, this is so different than anything you've ever done. Oh my God. Yes, I know. But I'm like sitting over here and there's 22 of us on this class. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to do this, especially given the fact that we all want to level up together. So we can wait 2 minutes. And what we'll do is we can record this video at the same time. I want to see some phones pop up. I want to see some of y'all recording this. Matt's like, Joe, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
No, am I putting it on YouTube? I don't care about doing that. That's fine. I'll do this real quick. But I'm putting this on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, we're gonna put on your YouTube channel right afterwards.
Oh yeah, I'll do it right now. Cool.
I like these guys from Colorado Springs. They're like, yeah, man, let's do it. Let's make it happen. That's awesome.
I don't care. All right, I'll do it in a second right now.
Sweet. Sweet. Christine, what about you? And Barbara, what about you?
Oh, I look terrible, but I guess I can try.
There you go. Just practice. Just get comfortable with that. All right. Okay.
I keep screwing it up.
It's
I
okay.
gotta do-
It's okay. There's a little bit of pressure right now. Don't worry
Oh,
about it. You
all
can record it as many times as you need to
Perfect.
until you feel comfortable with it. I'm not going to say, hey, record this video right now and upload it if you don't feel comfortable with it. At the end of the day, the reason I'm trying to do this is because we're in a very cool dynamic right now, where we're a group of people who are all here wanting to grow and wanting to learn. And I love being able to harness that energy. I love being able to take the energy of a bunch of people that want to grow and leverage it together. Because when we take the power of 20 people together versus the power of one person, it just completely changes the dynamic in a very, very big way. So I'm very, very happy that we're all here doing this. At the same time, feel free to copy the script and save it on a Google Doc because it's going to be here in the chat. It's also going to be in the replay. Like that, you can go ahead and you can do that. So we're going to jump into the next steps in terms of actually uploading this video and making this video work. And what we're going to do is we're going to hop into YouTube. Let me share my screen again. And hopping back here into YouTube, right? This is that video from way back in the day when I still liked my hair. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hit this little plus sign and I'm going to upload a video. So if you guys have never uploaded a video before on YouTube, it literally is that simple. On your desktop, you go to the plus sign in the top right-hand corner here. You click create, right? You see these are all my videos. So we got like a ton of videos and they're all just sitting here on the back end. And notice I don't have like a crazy amount of views on a lot of my videos. If I sort them by views, I think the most amount of views I've ever gotten on like a real video is 799 views. And that was from the 90K 90 days kickoff call. The first one we did in 2022. And then the Facebook ad account setup got 314. On my shorts, the most views I've ever gotten was like oh, holy shit, I got 61,000 views on a video. I'm not supposed to say that in my classes, guys, but I was actually genuinely surprised. So 61,000 views on a 55-second video. It's kind of cool. If I'm going to go over here and hit select files, I'm going to be able to upload this video that I just recorded, and I'm going to hit open to upload it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing, right? 929-842-3080 is Joe Brickman, a licensed Florida realtor. Then I'm going to pop on over here to my little keywords sheet. I'm going to grab these tags. Now notice every tag has a comma right after it. And the reason for that is because if it didn't, it would all be uploaded as one tag. But instead, it's all going to be uploaded as multiple different tags. So in this description, we're going to write again, Joe Brickman is a licensed Florida realtor with Real Broker LLC and looking forward to hearing back from you. Because who am I talking to? I'm literally talking to people who are looking at me and who are Googling my phone number. So let me use this for a little message. I do not want to add this into a playlist. This video is not made for kids, because if it is made for kids, then it's going to automatically give me a certain age restriction. It's not a paid promotion. This is not anything fake, no AI. And then right over here, I'm going to go to the tags and I'm just going to hit Command V. I'm going to copy paste. So these are all my tags. They're all sitting right over here. So now what's going to happen is when I'm going to publish this video within a couple of minutes, sometimes it can take an hour or 2 or 3, I'm going to start ranking pretty high up there. And we're going to show this by the end of the class. So I'm now going to go over here and I'm going to hit next. If I was actually publishing this video, I'd have like a nice little cover for it and a bullet point as well. In terms of the visibility, I'm going to click public. And then I'm going to hit publish. It is that easy to upload a video to YouTube. It is literally that simple. It's going to upload, it's done, it's going to process, and then it will be good to go. So that will be that. Now we're going to jump through some of the ads and the Google ads and stuff. And the reason for that is because I really do not want to confuse you with anything that we're talking about. For a lot of you guys right now, even recording video, even getting on, YouTube and any of that stuff, it's brand new for all of you. So I do not want to overwhelm you when it comes to that. I mean, this is really just because, a lot of what we've been doing has been a little bit more advanced and high level with some of the inner group that we have. So, we're just going to jump over to the next part, which is going to jump in and talk a little bit about Facebook EdgeRank, which will also help you with your YouTube searchability. The most important thing when it comes to being discovered online is your initial first impression that you give off to potential clients. There is no way to fix a first impression when it comes to online searches, because if people don't like what they're pulling up, they will not come back, they will not engage, they will not be involved. So the most important things to stay on top of when it comes to being searchable, both on YouTube and on Facebook, number one is your profile photo. Guys, I kid you not, I have a card here. I'm not going to show a face, but it's from a mortgage broker. This mortgage broker handed me a card of them from their photo that must have been at least 15 years old. I met the woman. Okay, she's like super life experienced. You can tell. And she handed me this card, and this card literally had a photo of her that's like super, super old. Had I met her in the street and I was trying to use this photo to match her, or this was a missing person, there's no way I ever would have put the two and two together. So it's very, very important that your profile photo, even if you've added a couple of pounds, even if you lost a little bit of hair, even if you don't love exactly the way that you look right now, part of being confident is being comfortable with who you are. The best way to project confidence is by using current photos. So make sure that you have a current photo. I promise you, people do not care if you're a little overweight or if you look a little bit funny, if you're good at your business, because people aren't looking at these photos like they look at them on a dating site. They're looking at them because they want to choose you as a real estate agent. They want to know that you're confident and comfortable with who you are. It's okay. Make sure that your photo is a good, high quality photo that sort of articulates who you are, right? Maybe you could be in a very good spot. It's okay to have a good photo. I'm kind of blessed that I was able to be at the NASDAQ not too long ago. And the reason the mobile app is taking you right to shorts is because shorts have actually been significantly more like they've had significantly more views. There's more exposure to them. You need to go to the home button, and if you scroll through in the beginning on YouTube, you're going to see a lot of the videos that are being pushed at you are 55 seconds or less. So when you go to the plus sign, you'll just make sure that you upload that video as a regular YouTube video. If it's giving you an issue to do that on your phone, then you should do that on your computer. Because if it's less than 55 seconds, YouTube might try to force you to put that out as a short. That's a great question, Matt. And way to take action, man. That's awesome. Literally, like fantastic. So your profile photo, very important. Your cover photo, also very important. I know some people are very active in changing their cover photos all the time, which is totally cool. But make sure that at least you have one. Make sure that your name is out there on your Facebook and on your YouTube. If you have a team, you want to use your team name, go right ahead. And then obviously on Facebook, I also have some keywords in my profile. And then I also have my website links. You also want to do the same thing on YouTube. Let's take a quick minute and let's go through any questions that anybody might have had. Time really flies when you're having fun, and we are 40 minutes in, so we are coming up to the final third of our class. I do want to make sure that any questions anybody has or any concerns that anybody has, we can definitely cover. I also do want to take a minute to ask you guys if you can please do me a favor and grab a photo of this class currently and upload it. You whether upload it on Instagram or upload it on Facebook and tag me. The reason for that is because I have a mission to help 1,000 real estate agents in 2024, 2025 really level up their game when it comes to their social exposure. I'm blessed to have been put into a leadership position within my brokerage to where I am the digital lead for our luxury division. So what that basically means is they kind of gave me this opportunity to really help as many agents as possible increase their digital blueprint and really, really sharpen up their game when it comes to being searched. Because if agents are really, really good but nobody knows who they are and nobody can find them online, then it's kind of sad because they're really not able to help as many people, and the people who deserve their help don't have access to them. So that's one thing that you can do to help me. I will never charge for these classes. When I say that we're not charging for them, I really do not charge for them. Obviously, we have mentorship programs and one-on-one things for people who want more of my time, but at the same time, it's really not something I charge for. So, it would be very helpful to me and I'd be eternally grateful. Obviously I'll share that and make sure that, we cross-pollinate to make sure that, we're able to get out there. I really, really appreciate you guys doing that. If there are no questions and people just want to see what's next, then let's jump into a real quick refresher. I know for some of you guys are already super, super familiar and know exactly how all of this works, but let me refresh it for you because not many things have changed when it comes to Facebook EdgeRank. Okay, EdgeRank is the name or one of the names that at least we mortal people who do not work for Facebook or are involved in Facebook, this is a name that we sort of coined for the rankings that people who get an extra edge on Facebook when it comes to exposure. Right? Yesterday, for instance, I made a post. I really didn't think it would blow up, but it kind of went crazy. Right? Why did that happen? Why did I get that much engagement? Why do I get that many comments? Why are people involved? So we just covered Google. Right? And we just sort of explained a little bit as to how Google works. Google works based off of finding relevancy. Google works based off of finding things that are the same, things that match, and they match them one to the other. Facebook works a little bit more based on exposure and interactions. So more than just paying for ads, more than just having something that matches a Google search, over here, Facebook really works based off of friends and based off of posts. Now, here's the thing. The average person, last time I did some research, has 1,500 friends. I know some of you guys are thinking, what? Facebook told me I can't add any more friends because I have almost 5,000. And that's true. Not everybody has that many friends. The average person has 1,500 friends. The average person also, when they're active users on Facebook, are making 3 posts per day. So if the average person is making 3 posts per day, you times that by 3 times 1,500 friends, the average person has exposure to 4,500 daily posts. There's 4,500 posts every single day that are competing for exposure. If you double those numbers on a weekly basis, you're looking at 31,500 weekly personal profile posts that we're literally competing against. So if you're going to post a video of a cat and you're going to say, why am I only getting 1 like? Well, duh, because you're competing against so many other things. So how do we make this a little bit more accessible? Well, first, let me just stack onto that a little bit more to really drive my point home, right? 1,500 friends times the 3 posts per day, which equals 4,500 daily posts, which equals 31,500 weekly personal profile posts. Then you got the business pages, all the ads, all the videos, all the marketing that you're seeing. It's a crazy amount of people that are competing for your attention. A crazy amount of people that are competing for your attention. Now you think we're done? No, we're not done. 1,500 friends plus the 3 posts plus, times the 3 posts plus, which is equals 4,500 daily posts, which equals 31,500 weekly personal profile posts plus business pages plus Facebook groups. I'm sure you guys are all part of some of those comedy real estate groups that are out here now. And you're seeing all these different types of posts. There's literally 50,000 posts that are trying to get your attention every single week. As human beings, we're not meant to compute that amount of posts every single week. It's just not supposed to happen. So what Facebook EdgeRank does is it really created a system to determine and decide who is most important and who gets the most exposure. And the way they do that is using 3 things. It's using affinity, which means it's using interactions. It's using the amount of people that have shown literally love towards the post, the amount of likes, the amount of hearts, the amount of care emojis, the amount of people that are interacting. Oh, wow, what's up? Matt had his little dog come pop in here. I love that. That's adorable. Guys, look at Matt's screen. I get distracted from dogs, but that's adorable, Frenchie. So by taking the affinity and by taking the weight and by taking recency. So affinity is the amount of people that interact. Weight is the amount of literally like the amount of content that's in there, right? So yesterday, for instance, if we're going to dissect the post, which we'll do in 1 second because we'll stop and we'll take questions, then we'll go from there. The reason why the post I made yesterday went so crazy is because I touched on a couple different things. I touched on things that are heavy for people. Most people's dream car these days is a Mercedes G-Class. Most people. If you're out in North or South Carolina, or you're out up, in fun places that have snow, it might be a pickup truck. But this is something that was very dialed in to a lot of people in the luxury space because people love those cars. Then I was talking about watches. And then I was talking about taking those watches and taking those cars and cashing it into something bigger, which everybody in today's day and age believes in building a legacy. That's a lot of people's reasons, right? Everybody's trying to build something bigger than themselves. So if I took that engagement, I took the content, and I also posted this content at a time that most people are online. Towards the middle third of the day, right? And then like 12 o'clock, don't even bother. But between like 2 and 5 p.m., you have single parents who are going to pick up their kids, right? Who have nothing to do but sit in line and scroll through Facebook and Instagram. You have parents who are getting off work at 4 o'clock. You have kids who are getting off work. You have agents who have a couple of minutes. Everybody's online right now. So what it does is it's giving me recency again and again and again and again and again. Everybody's seeing the post at the same time. So I kind of just broke this down, right, to 3 parts: the closeness of the relationships that people have with you, what the post is about, and how long ago it was posted, and how long did it get engagement. So this is, right, basically learning how to game our system. These are a couple different things that we do every single day in order to really push up our affinity, in order to push up the way that Facebook looks at my account. We use Facebook Messenger every single day. The way we do that, for those of you guys who've been in the 90K 90 Days Challenge, by the way, the 90K 90 Days Challenge was supposed to start on the 1st, but a bunch of people who are going to be participating in the challenge are either out hunting or doing some other cool shit that they asked me to push it. So I like to work in blocks of 15 days just because it makes it easier for me to think. So we did push it until the 15th of this month because it's very important to me that everybody has the opportunity to access this. Part of my mission in impacting people is making sure that everybody has an opportunity to access it. So we did push it. But in the 90K 90 Days Challenge, one of the things that I shared with everybody is a little secret that I use, which is using Facebook Messenger to send birthday videos. We send birthday videos every single day. If you've been connected with me for more than 6 months, chances are your birthdays happen. If your birthdays happen, you've gotten at least 1 birthday video from me. Some of you guys have been connected with me for multiple years. So you're getting all these different birthday videos, and you get to see different versions of what we've been doing. We engage in people's personal posts. We engage in group posts. We tag them in our posts. Now, don't spam tag people. The last thing I want to see on Facebook is getting onto a post that somebody tags me, and I see they tag 90 other people. Facebook only allows you, I heard some of your eyes rolling. Facebook only allows you to tag 100 people. So if you're tagging 90 other people plus me, I know that you literally don't care about me. You don't know who I am. You don't even know if this is relevant to me. You're just trying to get the most exposure you can. What do? I untag myself. And believe it or not, when you untag yourself, it tanks the other person's engagement. Because Facebook's like, oh, whoa, this might be spam. And then obviously you can be in the same room together as people, right? Which is like a little bit more not digital. It's kind of a little bit different than what we're talking about in this class. But, being in the same room as people, it builds real relationships. I mean, people really start caring about you, right? And we're going to wrap this up over here with weight and recency. So it's very important that the words that you say and the things that you're saying are very important. Facebook, in terms of building community, Facebook, in terms of getting out there and wanting to do things, words like building out, okay, so let's check over here. We have some comments. Matt's like, you have to get going. This class is awesome. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So Matt's VA is sending videos, which is awesome. The word congrats, congratulations, happy, lucky, all those positive words, way very heavy. Tagging friends in comments is also very cool. Checking into different places, showing people that you're out there, you're active. I wouldn't say check in everywhere all the time, just because it's a little confusing. But like, for instance, if you normally live in South Carolina and you go to Florida, or you live in Florida and you're in New York, check in. It makes people curious, and people are wondering, hey, what are you doing there? So the next story you post, the next post that you make, people will read everything you're saying because they're like, oh, whoa, what are you doing there? And then obviously live videos, we covered this as well in the 90K 90 Days Challenge. Live videos are extremely important. Live videos carry a lot of weight, and live videos can make a really big difference, as well as posting photos. Now, when it comes to posting itself, guys, if you go to your Facebook app, literally on your Facebook app, if you go to, on the bottom right-hand corner, you have the menu. If you click the menu, you're able to see how many friends you have online. Right now, I see out of the 5,000 friends I have, 503 are online, which is 10%, which to me, I'm totally cool. Is 10%? Yeah. So, which to me is like totally doable for me to go about posting something right now because I know that I will get a very decent amount of engagement. Creating an engagement group. This is something that we worked on during the 90K. It's something that I still have, and it's something that I'm open to doing another one if a couple people reach out and want to do that. Here's a big thing as well with the comments. You guys, I'm sure, will notice. You'll get on Facebook and you'll see a post of mine that recirculated back from 2022. You'll see a post of mine that came back from 2020. And you'll wonder, why is that happening? Is there a glitch in the system? The answer is no. If you go to the comments, you'll see that I just went back to that post and I re-engaged the comments. I left another comment. So Facebook doesn't differentiate between if it's me leaving a comment or if it's someone else leaving a comment. So long as there's action on the post, they will go and they will reactivate it and put it back out there. Now, a big little thing for me that's worked really well, especially on my live videos, is asking people questions. Hey, how's your day going? How's everything? Wow, that's so super cool. What'd you do this weekend, right? And having a conversation with people one way, they're not on video, so they have to write comments. So I can always answer their questions on the live video, so I'm not ignoring them. But then afterwards, I can always go back to the comment an hour or two or a day later and re-engage those people. So these are all different ways that I can play around and I can game the system. I'm going to leave you guys off over here with a little trick that I use. It's called an edge rank slingshot. It's an opportunity for you to be able to really go and leverage what we have or what you have, right? Going. And what you can do over here, right? We're going to use a couple of these over here, but I really just want to break this down here so you can understand the dynamics of this post. Because honestly, this post, like compared to the rest of my other posts, shouldn't have gotten that much engagement, but it did. I took something that many people idolize. I took another thing that many people know is expensive. I took another big thing, which a lot of people, preachers, and you know, even religious people talk about, which is trophies and trinkets and shiny object syndrome and that type of stuff. And I tied it all in by saying that there was a purpose behind all of this. I then shared something about me that was a milestone. So people automatically feel like, wow, that's really cool. I share the emotions behind that, which many people, a lot of the highs that they get from watching videos, from engaging and stuff like that, it's all emotional. And then I tied it down into something that's very real and serious, which is building a legacy and following along on a journey and staying consistent, right? So it kind of went crazy. Like literally went crazy, and I didn't even reply to any of these comments yet. Because like I just showed you what I'm going to do later on this afternoon, I'm going to go back and I'm going to reply to some of those comments, and boom, it's going to come right back up to the top. So anybody who didn't see it or who didn't have a chance to engage with it is going to have a chance to do that. Grab a screenshot of this photo of this slide right over here, because this is a post. I call these money posts. These are always things that if you don't have engagement, if you don't have interaction, or if you're looking to build more of you know, the credibility with your clients on Facebook, this is something that you can do. You can talk about a client success story. Brian reached out to me. He was looking to buy a house, and Brian wasn't pre-approved for a mortgage. So I put him in touch with a mortgage broker. Within 2 hours, we were able to get him pre-approved. And here we are, 7 days later, clear to close, right? An online review. Right after you did that, you can go and say, listen, this client has such an amazing experience. Left me a 5-star review. I love my clients. They're awesome. A testimonial video, getting a client to record your video is awesome. Talking about a new product. Mortgage brokers do this all the time. Hey, there's a new loan product that just came out. LTVs are up. Qualifications are better. There's a new conventional product. All these different things. These are cool things to be able to promote and to be able to do. And then live videos and Q&A sessions, obviously, will always drum up. We do this in the 30-day live video challenge. And then sharing a client story from your perspective. You know, maybe a first-time home buyer or something like that, you know, becomes very easy to be able to share those stories. That is the top of the hour. That's the end of my time. I do want to respect your time as well. So if anybody has any questions, now would be the time to go ahead and bring that up so that we can get you answers to that before we go ahead and sign off. I do want to thank you very much for coming on here to this class. There were 20 people on this class. Give and take, we were a little bit higher, a little bit lower throughout the numbers. but it's really, really cool to see that there's a network of people. I am going to be expecting at least half of you to post some sort of photo, just so like that, I can go ahead and share it and prove to people that we don't just talk about hosting classes, we actually host them and we actually have a bunch of value that we share and bring. So thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it. We will be in touch very soon. And until next time, make it a great day.
Hey Joe, is this available, the recording at all?
Yeah,
How-
the recording is going to be emailed. Anybody that signed up for the class is going to get an email with the replay as soon as it's available. It'll be available later on in the day.
Oh, thank you so much for everything.
It's my pleasure.
Okay.
It's good to see you. I'm happy that
Yeah,
you're
you
doing well.
too. You too. Bye-bye.
Later. Anybody else has any other questions?
Joe, you owe me a phone call. We need to catch up.
Sounds good. I'll be in the car soon, heading to put up some listing signs with Hannah. I'll call you. Done. All right, guys, my phone calls are booked for the rest of the day. So I'm out. Catch you all soon. Let's make it a great one.